So with the narcissist or the Jezebel spirit or whatever, this reality starts to hit them. I mean, there's universal principles that are in place that they try to go against, and God says nope. And so the harder they fight against it, the harder it becomes. So usually when they hit about 38 to 42, most people, life starts to really, the cogs start to turn big time, and them going against the system that God created starts to catch up to them. In other words, what I'm saying is this: God works through authority. God works through authority, and those who resist it will have trouble. And you notice, so the women between ages 38 and 42, they start to realize this is a man's world. This ain't no joke. If you go back before electricity or whatever, they had to hunt for food, and the man had to go out there and hunt and kill the food, right? The man had to go hunt, kill the food. The woman would prepare it, keep the home. Now technology gives a little bit more time before things start to really hit. So if you can't change your light bulb, or you can't change your oil, or a ceiling fan, or a light switch, or fix your plumbing in your sink, you're going to go face to face with a reality. Yeah, you might have a job that you can pay for a season, but eventually you're going to say, I'm tired of paying that plumber $80 an hour. I'm tired of paying that electrician $40 an hour. Eventually, reality is going to hit you in the face so fast, your head's going to spin, and you're going to realize you can't do it. Now, a woman might be a lawyer or a doctor or whatever. She might make a lot of money, but still, if she's working all those hours and she has to come home and fix something, and use tools to fix something, she ain't going to want to do it. Her roof starts leaking. And so all that money, things fall apart, unless she's a real estate agent, or she's buying and selling houses, things fall apart over time. And she's going to have a rude awakening when she has to work all day, come home and fix some plumbing, or pay that plumber $80 an hour. And she's going to have to pay that air conditioning service tech $30 an hour, or whatever it is, $40 an hour. And they're sitting there lying to her, saying it's system's broke, when it was just a little resistor or capacitor that was $5 instead of $5,000. Long story short, what I'm trying to tell you is, there's a system in place where you got a head and you got a body. You don't have two heads and one body. You don't have two bodies and no head. You don't have two bodies and one head. You got a head and a body. And so the feminist movement, or they want to get rid of the head, cut off the head, and just let the body control. It ain't gonna work. It don't work. You got a head and a body. In every house, there should be a head and a body. Now, yeah, sometimes things happen, and sometimes you have a church to help you, or you have a local church to help people when there's a problem. But what do you think? Why do you think Paul said if a widow's washed the saints' feet, let the church take care of her, but if she's out there acting like Jezebel, it don't say take care of her? Why? Because she's going to infect the church. And so if you read Revelation, it's kick Jezebel out of church. A lot of reason the churches are under judgment is because they let Jezebel creep in. And so when the pastor kicks Jezebel out, and the whole church attacks him because they believe the lies of Jezebel, there's your problem. There's your problem. And so the whole thing is a problem because people don't want to believe reality. They want the Jezebel spirit who's trying to usurp authority to rule everything. And it just don't work. It don't work. Preachers can't even talk like this, what I'm talking about, because they need that tithe. Well, I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need your tithe. I work 2 jobs. I'm a tent maker, just like Paul. Paul was a tent maker. He ran his own household. And you got to come to the point that when you start speaking truth, they're going to try to take you out every way they can, every which way but loose, right? And so when they realize they can't take you out and they can't mess you up and cause you to stumble, they're going to make a lie about you to get people not to listen. Because if people listen, they'll get free, because there's a universal principle. You got a head and you got a body. The head tells the body what to do. Now, the head doesn't hate the body. The head loves the body because it's a part of them. So right now, I'm going to go up here to this stoplight and take a left. The head is communicating with the body, and the body is following the head. I'm going to go up here, take a left at the stoplight. The body has to follow. And if it don't, and the head saying, turn left, turn left, turn left, turn left, turn left. And the body says, no, I'm going straight, or I'm taking a right. That body has got to be cut off. If your eye offends you, pluck it out. If the body's not listening to the head, the body's sick. This is a parallel. This is a typology. And if your body's sick, the whole thing is going to fall apart. It's going to break down. It's going to die. So you got a woman who's rebellious against the authority of her husband. It ain't going to last. It ain't gonna last. Even if she plays a bunch of games to try to demasculize that man, or if she plays enough games, she tries to usurp the authority of that man, like Ahab and Jezebel. There's gonna be a prophet comes in, says, "You're a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar. No pointing back. You are a liar." If the authority's been usurped so much that the head of the body can't see that the body's lying and sick, and the head says to the prophet, "She's not a liar, you're the liar," you're going to see what's going to happen. The fire of God's going to come down and destroy all those false prophets, those 450 false prophets. Elijah's going to show up on the scene and destroy all the lies of the false prophets. We're going to come in and we're going to show up on the scene, and we're going to tell you in object lessons, that pole, that tree, true, faithful, faith. It's faith alone in Jesus alone. It's not of works, lest any man should boast. The true prophet is going to come in, and he's going to look at the objects right in front of you that you can't even deny. He's going to look at your hand, look at your body, look at your teeth. Your teeth cut the food into pieces. You turn it over in your mouth and your stomach. It becomes a part of you, and then you have the energy to flow. Cut, turn, union, flow. The cross, the verse, Amos 3:3, the discourse out of your mouth. The water has to flow between the banks. The currency has to flow between the bankers. The blood has to flow in your body for life. And so the object lessons are right here, and Elijah is going to come on the scene and destroy all the lies with just one little simple example. One little simple truth. Because the truth in the spirit realm is oneness. And when it breaks space-time and comes down here and the starboard side goes through the portal, through that vessel, and it comes out on the portal side, the portal. That vessel's a portal to speak the truth and tell you green, yellow, red. Cain's got to go through the cross to get under the blood. But Cain, that old reptilian green nature, doesn't want to go through the cross. And all the yelling, all the yelling, the strong utterances from Abel yelling at Cain, you must be born again. Jesus alone saves. It's faith alone. It's his works, not your works. It's his finished work. Not all the yelling and screaming. Cain still won't listen because Cain is of the AI program, the flesh mind, the CAIN. He's in the flesh mind, and the AI is the AI flesh mind. And Cain will run and scream and holler and gaslight and eventually kill Abel because Cain wanted to come his own way and do his own thing because he's selfish. It's all about me. That's why Agent Smith said it's me. And the other Agent Smith said, me too. The Me Too movement. Me. It's all about me. Oh, you didn't do anything wrong? It's everybody else's fault. It's all about me. That's what's happening, people. The words reveal it. Agent Smith revealed it. The hive, the matrix, the machine, materialism, matter. What's the matter with you? Matter. That's what's the matter with you. You set your affections on things below, not affections on things above. What's the matter with you? I love stuff. I love things. That's what's the matter with me. Matter. Well, get your heart right. Set your affections above. I can't see above. All I'm going by is what I can see. Well, even if I show you what you can see as an object lesson, you still don't listen. Even if I show you those leaves, turn over a new leaf, folio, turn the page, quantum jump to the next page, you still won't listen. You still won't listen. Why? Even if one raised from the dead, you still won't listen. Even if one came out of the grave, Abraham, tell my brothers, I don't want them to go to hell. I don't want them to be down here burning. Even if one came up from the grave, like Jonah, the prophet, they still wouldn't listen. At least Nineveh repented. At least Nineveh repented when Jonah came out of that fish, came out of the belly of the whale.